All right, hot take here. Most of what you're building with AI is a waste of your time. Tools are great. They're fantastic. We're overwhelmed with the amount of stuff that we can do with it. That's not the problem. The problem is that building them itself, building your different workflows has become the job. And your job is not to build AI workflows. If you are watching this and you're tuned into it, your job is to sell something to someone or provide a service to someone, most likely a real estate agent. If you've been online though for the last few weeks, you have seen Claude released Cowork, then they kind of took over the marketplace, and now everything, we are just being inundated with build this pipeline triage, deal triage form, have Claude build your morning briefing. That's a really great one. You will do your pipeline review. There's just all these things that it will set up for you. And those are not bad ideas. I'm not here to tell you that they're bad ideas. I'm here to ask you a question that no one else in this space seems to be asking right now. Do we need any of this? And if you decide that you do need it, maybe the more important question is, do you know your business well enough to build it right? That's where we're going to start today. So I'm Matt Goldman. I am the creator of Creative Authority. I've built 2 businesses across 2 different markets using AI, and I have dove deep into this subject so that you don't have to dive as deep. And I'm asking questions that hopefully will ignite some sort of thought in you about this AI race that we're having in the real estate business and the service and sales business. I'm not an AI expert. No one is an AI expert. If someone tells you they're an AI expert, maybe pause and think about how quickly this entire thing is moving and what it would take for someone to be an expert in any of this. I'm just 6 months or a year further down the road than you are, and I'm happy to bring you along. So here's something that I have noticed with the people that I've been working with. And it's, you have agents that are really excited about building these AI workflows and using like Claude Cowork specifically. Let's just go there. That's what I'm seeing the most of. And these tend to be the agents who don't really know how their business works. And then on the other hand, you have the agents that are really grounded in their client relationships. Their referral networks are deep. These are the people that have the businesses where they get to play golf all day and they get to do whatever they want, and they just receive phone calls from people. Come list me. Come list me. I'm looking for the house here. It's like those folks look at this AI race and say, like, is this even for me? Is this the right fit? And that's not necessarily a resistance to it. It's a discernment. And the difference between that is important because these folks are open to using it and are building something really powerful because they already know their business so well. So let me ask you, does this sound familiar? You watch a video about building a Claude command center for your business. You feel productive. You're learning, you're optimizing, you're moving the needle. Once this is built, off to the races. You're keeping up with the AI race. But you haven't talked to a client today. You haven't followed up with that person who bought with you 3 months ago to see how things are going and ask for a referral. All right? You haven't followed up with the referral that you got 3 weeks ago because you're busy building the command center. This command center is going to change everything for you. Like, that's the trap. That's the trap. And it's with everything that comes out for real estate agents. We are very much into shiny objects. And those things have a tendency to pull our attention from the work that really moves your business forward. So there are 2 questions before you build anything that I want you to answer. This is going to help you as you decide, am I going to put time and effort and energy into building this thing with AI, or am I going to take that time and energy and focus on other things that I know will work for my business? These 2 questions are not designed to sway you in any way. I just really want you to be clear on what's going on here. So question number 1 is, what is the real problem in your business that AI can fix? Where is that friction that AI can alleviate for you? What's pulling your focus from your clients and eating up your time, right? For some agents, this is communication, slow email follow-up or inconsistent email follow-up or client follow-up. dying momentum because of, I'm not doing my touch points. And if that's you, AI can genuinely help with that. A command center might not be the thing, but there are other AI tools that you can create or use that will be appropriate for that. Those are workflows worth building. For others, this is the answer to this would be staying in touch with past clients or staying top of mind with people. Your referral pipeline might be a little bit thinner than you would like it to be right now. If that's you, AI supported touch points that you create and make authentic can be a real advantage to you. But for most agents that I talk to, if they haven't sat down to create these types of systems, they already have some sort of system that's working for them. Either it's in their head or it's in an Excel spreadsheet. It's something. They wouldn't have the money to pay me to help them build these things if they didn't have some system to build their business on already. The problem is not systems. And the answer is not the need for more systems or different systems or automating with AI. Part of having a system is that you have your hands in your business, in your client's situation. It's not to automate it, to make it super easy. It's so that you have clarity, especially if you have a relationship or referral-based business. I would argue that you could easily automate yourself out of business by using AI. If you haven't fully conceptualized what your clients are going through, they can tell. And how can you help them? Right? So again, problems isn't systems, it's clarity. The agents who don't know this, who are building things, are not necessarily sure what they stand for. They don't have their own language that colors their communication with their clients. They can't say what makes their client experience different from a first-year agent who has AI tools. Those are the agents that want to build everything and all these different automations with AI. No AI system can fix any of that, though. Like, you can't automate your way into a clear market positioning. That's all the work that you need to do first before you ever start building with Claude. That's exactly what the Foundations Kit is for. There's a link in the description. You do that work before you build anything. So then the second question is, what do your clients need from you, or what can they get from you that only you can give them? And the answer to that question will be what you never give to AI to do. So the first question is like, what can I really use AI for? The second question is, what should I never use AI for? Right? And this is like interpreting market reports, interpreting inspection reports. These are things that are like your market, your read on the market, your opinion, your judgment, everything that you've built over however many years in this specific market, and all of that experience. AI cannot give that to them, but it can help you communicate it to them. But the thought, the opinion, that needs to come from you. Your clients hired you. They didn't hire Claude. They didn't hire the process. I mean, there's something to be said about having a really strong client process. That's not what I'm talking about. They hired you. And every email that Claude generates for you in the morning, triage, briefing, whatever it is, your command center, because that's what I've built these workflows, watching these other videos, and it pulls your emails and drafts a response to them. And every time you send something like that doesn't have your specific take on what's going on, it has Claude's generalized take on it, is a small erosion of trust. And I mean, that's the reason that they called you in the first place. That matters. Maybe not in the moment. They're not going to call you on it right then, but 6 months down the line, they're not going to speak up when their neighbor says that they're thinking about moving. And that's what you need. That's what a unique position, a unique voice does for your business. Another way that this takes place, like I am actively sending a referral to Tacoma, Washington right now. My clients are moving there. I had a great conversation with an agent that I was like, hey, this is probably the person that I'm going to recommend to my clients. I sent a follow-up email with a number of questions about like how they do their marketing, the specifics about their commission structure, and just a bullet point list of questions. And what they responded with was so clearly generated from ChatGPT that I was turned off immediately. I'm looking for a customer service professional. I'm looking for someone who's going to serve my clients with the same intentionality that I serve them with. This is going to be potentially $30,000 plus for this agent, and they didn't have the time to respond to my email with authenticity. Like, I'm not sending my clients to be treated with that level of service. Your clients are having the same reaction when you send them things that are not yours. They may not say it, but they feel it. So I want to be fair. This is not anti-AI. I'm not anti-AI by any means. I train real estate agents how to use AI intentionally. These tools can be really powerful if they're built with intention, with foundational work in place and a clear picture of why you need them. Right? There are agents who are using Claude to build tools that free up time that actually produce more referrals and deeper relationships. That's real. I'm not dismissing it at all. I'm trying to trigger you into thinking, man, maybe everything that I'm seeing in this overwhelming amount of social media content specifically about what to build, how to do it, where to go, isn't the right place to start. That's what I'm pushing back on and what I'm encouraging you to push back on. This idea of like build the command center and then we'll get to the real work. Then we're going to take off. That's not a strategy, right? You're following the shiny object. The morning briefing isn't going to tell you something about your business that you shouldn't already know, right? If you are close to your business, if you have your hands in it, that morning briefing is a waste of your time. Tool doesn't know your business. You do. So before you watch another 2 hours work of how to build this workflow with Claude, I want you to take 1 hour and answer 3 questions. Question 1, write down 3 things that are really pulling your focus right now. Not general, I need better systems, like specifics of things. What is literally taking your time away from you being able to serve your clients? I can't answer emails quickly enough, or I can't respond to DMs as quickly as they come in. Good for you. I can't stay on top of the transactional paperwork. Do you really need more time, or do you need more focus? Answer that question honestly. Step 2, write down how you really communicate with your clients. The tone, the pace, the things that you'd say that maybe other people wouldn't say. The reason that a client of 10 years would recognize a text from you, and even if they didn't see the name on it. And then finally, write down what AI should never do, what it should never touch. The market data interpretation, the inspection report interpretation, the conversation if a seller is feeling like they're not secure in the buyer's offer, or they didn't feel like they got enough for their house, or the buyer that gets cold feet. What are the things that only you can do and AI should never do? Now you have something real to build from. So the noise is real. The overwhelm is real. The amount of things we're being told to build is real. But that overwhelm really just means that you're looking at too many options before you're clear on what your business really needs. Get clear on your business, get clear on your client, then decide what to build. It's a slower approach to AI, but it's intentional, and it's the way it works. You're not behind on AI. Trust me. Maybe you're sick of being told you're behind on AI, and I can relate to that, but you're not behind on it. So the Foundations Kit is in the description. That will lead you through how to actually build this thing. What I'm talking about asks you all the questions that you would need to build an intentional workspace in your AI. That's the work you do before the work in AI. And it's what makes everything work in AI. Use the word work a lot in that last sentence there. That's what it is. That's episode 15.